Rising, and welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness. You know, the King's protest was Saturday, October 18th. Well, the protest is over. The question is, what's the plan? What's the strategy? They already have one. What's ours? So that's what we'll be discussing on Monday Morning Mindfulness, and we'll be joined by Karen Allen of Miss Patty Cake, as well as Courtney Rose of SafeFamilies.net. So share this video. Remember, sharing is caring, and we can't do this alone. We need each other.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the female solution.
And you're watching CTV on the Higher Learning Network. Yeah.
Grand Rising, and welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness. It is Monday, October 20th. Happy birthday, born day. If you're celebrating a birthday, we're celebrating it with you, Libras. I've celebrated with a lot of Libras so far this month. My brother's birthday was last Monday, October 13th, and this coming Sunday is my sister's birthday, October 26th. How cool is that? 13 days apart. Anyway, they're both older than I am, even though my brother passed, Patrick Bradley. Go back and see the show. You'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, happy birthday, born day. If you're celebrating a birthday, we're celebrating it with you. And we're also celebrating October Cancer Awareness Month. And Mrs. Karen Allen will be joining us from NYC, New York City. She's here in Chicago, but she'll be joining us. And also at the 7:30 break, we'll be discussing how families can get involved. Courtney Rose from SafeFamilies.net. So share this video. Remember, sharing is caring, because we cannot do this alone, because, honey, they're trying to put us back to 1919, and that's not going to work. Anyway, if you are a business owner and entrepreneur, and you have products or services that you would like to share with the world, this is the place to do it. Because if you go to Instagram, you will see my girl Karen Kelly. She is the Chicagoland director of ITEX.com. If you need a car, truck, not inspiration. What's the word I'm looking for? Transportation. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You need anything, you can get it on ITEX. It's ChicagolandCurrency.com. And that is Karen. So connect with her if you're interested, and she'll be more than happy to help you. Oh, and I forgot, you get $100 bonus to sign up to go shopping immediately. Anything that you need, but all you have to do is remember the code name, Zelda, Zelda. Thank you, Richard McGee. Always giving thanks to the ancestors for being here with us this morning as I share with you the word of the day, taken from Mike House, fellow journalist, who always sends me the word. And the word for today is I stay in spiritual rhythm. Ooh, I like that, don't you? I stay in spiritual rhythm. Throughout the years, dance has had a prominent position in every culture in the world. From early childhood and continuing through life, many have spent time learning the latest social dances. Some have been accused of not having rhythm, while others were stars on the dance floor. Everyone has rhythm, but it is expressed in different ways. For instance, the inhalation, come on now, because you know it's coming, and the exhalation of breath is the rhythm that controls our breathing. In our bodies, there is a rhythm of blood flowing through our veins. When my rhythm is out of step and life is not flowing in its smooth and usual way, I may experience loss of incentive. I may try to speed up my activities that end up being meaningless and out of line with my goals. Zeal, however, serves as my divine motivation that balances my rhythm and allows me to get back on track. Thank you, Zeal, in me, through me, as me, and around me, and through the Christ within. And so it is. For if you keep my commandments, you shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. And that's from John 15 and 10. And that is your Monday morning mindfulness message of the day. And now it is time for your Monday morning mindfulness breathing experience. You heard him say the inhale and the exhale. There's power in the breath as we inhale and exhale. Get to that in a minute, but right now we gotta give thanks to those who came before us, honey, and made our way possible. You know who I'm talking about? The ancestors, baby. Let's give the ancestors a salute this morning. Yes. Because had it not been for them, baby, we wouldn't be here and enjoying everything we enjoying or going through the hell we going through. And whatever we going through, we went through what they went through. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. Anywho, because this is the dirt in which we come from and which we'll go back to. But in the meantime, in between time, we can speak to the ancestors and give them a little love this morning. Because of them, we are. Oh, you need to see what I'm doing, don't you? Okay. Just a little bit. Ashe. Ashe. We give thanks for the Pitchford family. Ooh, 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 ooh. Thank y'all. Ooh. Grandma, grandpa, ain't yet no mama. Ooh, hey Julie. Ooh, hey Lily. All of y'all. Thank y'all for being here with me this morning. Hallelujah. See, they'll talk to you. All you gotta do is open up your mouth and say thanks. They waiting on you. As Baba Kwame Sunhorse would say, ancestors been waiting on you for a while, child. You just been busy doing what you doing on your phone, whatever. And they ain't had time to get in touch with you. But right now, we gonna get in touch with you because we gonna do some what? We gonna de-stress with some breath. How about that? And from time to time, you're gonna hear this sound. It is just a reminder to get out of your head and into your heart space because that's where we want to be this morning. Okay? Are you ready? Get set, buckle up, let's go. All right, let's sit up straight in your chair, feet flat on the floor, nothing in your hands, nothing in your arms, nothing in your heart but that of love, and just start breathing as you bring those arms way up in the air and wave them like you really do care. Oh, I love you today. Bring them up and start patting. Waking up the lymphatic system this morning. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I got to tell you about my experience with the lymphatic system. George of the jungle. Watch out for that tree. Yeah. She's a little bit off this morning, but she's on point. Don't trust me. Don't believe nothing I say. Just pat. And then do your homework. Ask about the lymphatic system, and you'll find out. Oh, she wasn't patting long enough and hard enough. Okay. So, with that said and done, simply breathe in. Hold it. And exhale. And just be with your breath for the moment because it is the breath that you are paying attention to that will keep you in times of chaos and confusion. See, they don't teach us this, but I'm here to tell you. When you breathe in and breathe out. Once more, breathe in. Hold it. And hold it. And because you're breathing is what I want you to focus on. So put your right hand on your forehead and your left hand on your heart. Put it in there and let it hurt. Close your eyes and breathe in. I now give thanks for the power of my breath because I can breathe on my own. Exhale. Inhale once more. I give thanks. I'm always at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, and blow it out. Once more. Inhale deeply. All my needs and desires are over and abundantly supplied. And blow it out. And just sit there and think on that thought. All of my needs and desires are over and abundantly supplied. Blow it out. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Giving thanks to the power of the breath. Rotate those shoulders backwards and forwards and backwards, knowing that we are always at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. As you breathe in, once more, inhale deeply. Bring that head down, chin to chest, and roll your neck around to the left, slowly around to the back, and around to the right, and back to the front. Head up, inhale deeply. And as you exhale, bring your head down, roll your head around to the right, sitting up straight. Slowly bring your head around to the back, and around to the left, and back front. Head up, inhale deeply. Look to the left as far as you possibly can, feeling a stretch in the right side of the neck. Blow it out. Inhale once more. Look to the right as far as you possibly can, feeling a stretch in the left side of the neck. Yeah. Inhale once more. And exhale. And continue breathing on your own, giving thanks for the power of the breath. As you breathe in and as you breathe out, experience nature, what it can do for you.
Welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness. As we travel through the highways and byways of life, we're not always sure which direction or path that we should take. Inhale deeply and exhale. Giving thanks for the power of the breath. It is the breath that will keep us in times of chaos and confusion. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale. Whether you go left or you go right, the choice is always yours.
And this is just your reminder to get out in nature, because that's where the secrets are. You heard Stevie Wonder talk about it 40 years ago, the secret garden. It's in nature. We've had it all the time. But we've become so comfortable in this concrete jungle that we live in these apartments, and we don't get out in these houses, and we don't get out. We don't even go sit out around. Well, some of y'all do, because I live in an apartment. But I said that to say this. It's never too late to get out in nature. And it is 7:14. It's time for me to take my first commercial break. And when I come back with more information, I'm going to have information from Karen Kilborn. Excuse me, that's her maiden name, Karen Allen, who's in the background waiting, who has to turn her phone off and turn it back on because don't know it, but she upside down. So you got to turn your phone off, Karen, and turn it back on and be sure it's that way. And while we do that, I'm going to share with you something that I didn't know about. Back in the day when we were kids and we had these commercials. Yeah, turn your phone off, Karen, and then turn it back. Oh, you're right. You're good right now. You're right there. Don't bother it. I want to share with you this. And when we come back, we're going to talk about Miss Allen's patty cake. So you hold on and share this video with somebody right here, right now, so that they will know what you know, because we all need to know the truth, because the truth ain't in somebody else. All ready? You ready? Here we go. Patty cake makers, man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Hey, patty cake. Hey, patty cake. Patty cake makers, man. Roll it up as fast as you can. Hey, patty cake. Hey, patty cake. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. They said he jumped over the candlestick. Hey, patty cake. Hey, patty cake. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. They said he had a big old fall. Hey, patty cake. Hey, patty cake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, patty cake. Hey, patty cake. You're not moving. Don't forget to add 9 and 10.
That's the wrong
You
video.
wanna sing it again? Hey, patty cake. Hey, patty cake. And that's patty
Yeah.
cake. And that is on my blog, in which you can go and see. I don't want it to take up the whole commercial time. So I wanted you to see that. So you can go and see that at your own convenience. And that is the story of Miss Patty Cake. And Karen's going to tell us how that came about as soon as we come back from this break right here. So stay close.
My name is Zahra Qadri. I'm the Executive Director from ZAM's Hope Community Resource Center. And you are watching
Hi, I'm Michael. Hi, I'm Brandon.
Hi, I'm Aisha.
And you're watching the Baddest to Baddest podcast training on the Higher Learning TV show.
Station number 9.
On all streaming platforms.
Period.
Website higherlearningnetwork.org. And as you can see, that is the story of Patty Cake. Hey, Patty Cake. And there's my sister from another mister, Miss Karen Allen. Welcome to the stage, Karen.
Hello there. How are
All right.
you? Grand Rising.
Yeah, it's been a worldwide weekend, and I want to thank you for coming to Chicago and sharing your weekend with us, because we had such a wonderful time this weekend. But before we do that, just very briefly, I want you to tell us how the patty cake came about, because I know about the patty cake, but this generation, they don't know about what they do now because of this. So just tell us a little bit how that came into being.
Sure. Well, first of all, I'm a two-time breast cancer survivor, and after my first battle with cancer, I had a daughter. And when she was born, she was very hyper. So you couldn't sing the regular patty cake, raise your hand. So I used to have to clap like, and I would
Okay.
sing the song. So patty cake, baker's man, with a little beat because she was always hopping around.
Okay.
So then I
Wow.
would add to the song other nursery rhymes, and then I would count, and she was happy. So I always dot 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 dot. And when I moved to New York, I had a couple of friends, my great friend Junior Hickman and Johnny King, who is Evelyn Champagne King's brother. They were into music, and I brought the cadence to them, and we brought it to life. And that's
Mm.
how it came about, for those kids who don't do the regular, you know, beat. And Alicia is a very, very active adult now, so much so she works in film, as a grip, as a key grip. So she has to have activity. And all I could think of was the cadence from the Army clap, jump up and down, anything to keep her,
Uh, t-
occupied.
yeah,
She actually learned very well that way.
to get her
Yeah.
attention, and it's
So
awesome.
that's how Miss Allen's patty cake came about.
Isn't that
So I
something?
have several versions of it. Yeah, yeah. She learned differently, but very, very great artist, And so are my other children, but she especially had to learn differently. She learned to a beat, a fast moving beat. Very.
Well,
So that's how it came about.
yeah. So our children are, especially this generation, they have a whole nother something going on. But I just want to share this with the viewing audience. If you go to YouTube, you'll see those variety of Miss
Yeah,
Allen's patty cake that you
right.
see there. So there's a ton of them, and you can
Yeah, those
also
are
go
so
on
versatile.
our blog, which my blog, I should say, zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com, and you'll see the story there, Mrs. Allen's patty cake, and today's show, and a lot of good other information. So when you get a chance, go and check that out. But right now, I want to focus on what happened over the weekend where we went. You had trouble getting here, first of all, from the chaos and confusion that was going on in the city of Chicago, and that is the Trump rally. And you were telling me how hard it took
Oh,
you a long time to get to me because this is the chaos that was going on over the weekend, the massive No Kings protests all over the world. Oh, and just let me back up for a second. I forgot to show the world this. I have my container this morning, Miss Patty Cake, and I'm not drinking my tea, but I'm
Miss
drinking the
Allen's
water
patty
out
cake.
of it
Yeah.
this morning. So I was like,
Oh
"Oh, I
my
got my
gosh.
Miss Patty Cake! I got my Miss Patty Cake! Can you see? Can you see Miss Patty Cake? Hey, Patty Cake! Hey, Patty Cake!" And you
And
put hot
yes,
cocoa in it. And what website can they go to
yes.
to see this? What website can
Well,
they go
they
to?
would have to. They can on my Instagram if they want to
Okay,
contact me to order download it.
okay,
Yes, I'll have
Instagram
them
dot.
up by the first.
Okay, and I'll put it
Mhm.
on the blog afterwards so everybody will have it.
Yes,
But
put
let's
it
go.
on the blog. They're coming in so people
Yeah.
can order and donate to the cause because what we do at Miss Allen's Patty Cake, we donate to women who are surviving cancer or special needs children. First of all, like Ronald McDonald House in St. Jude, we ship books out to them and work activities so they can keep active. Yes.
Mm. And people don't
Yes,
know
my
that.
partner and I from Save for Life. Yeah, Save for Life Cancer Foundation and Miss Allen's Patty Cake. We operate in New York, in the Bronx, Manhattan. And so we are all
And
over New
in
York,
Manhattan,
soon to be all over
and people were
Manhattan.
everywhere. Manhattan, New York, Florida, all the 50 states, massive
Yeah.
US, because the chaos and confusion that is
Mhm.
going on cannot continue. And it will only continue if we allow it to. And we're not allowing that. That's the purpose of these mass demonstrations that are going on. And oops, I want to show with you now the footage from the event just this past Saturday, the women's event, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, in which you are a three time,
Two-time breast
two
cancer
times,
survivor.
two
Yes.
times survivor.
35
Okay,
years
and
now.
yeah, how many years? How many years,
35.
Karen? 25, 35 or 25?
35.
35.
35.
Yeah,
35.
what a blessing. What a blessing. What a blessing. And all of these beautiful sisters here, if you can see on our TikTok channel, this is just, you can go and see it on your own, youtube.com at Higher Learning TV Show. You can boogie on down. Well, that was us leaving there. Ooh, I need to cut the audio off. And that's just give a shout out to Ted. What's Ted's last name? Ted Williams.
Ed Williams, right. He hosted the event and it was a gala.
Yeah.
Breast cancer surviving women, the butterflies, and the actually it was given by Tasha. Tasha Joyner Foundation. They gave the
Uh-huh.
event to honor those who survived breast cancer. It was a beautiful gala full of
Yes,
beautiful
it
women
was.
who were
And oh,
survivors,
and there's
survivors and
Ted,
thrivers.
and there's Ted, and he made
Yeah.
history too because he's the first male MC. How about that? I was like, oh, okay, that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and he made there's Karen, there's us sitting at the table. So you can go back and see that anytime you get ready. It's there. All you have to do is go to our YouTube channel at Higher Learning TV Show. It's right there waiting on you. So that's all you got to do. But I just wanted to bring that to the table because it's such an alarming number of women who are have been diagnosed with breast cancer and continue to be. So I want to thank you for the work that you do in New York and abroad, and continuing to enlighten women uh, and just the general public on what's available for them. And we've got some
Yep.
comments this morning. Grand Rising, Coco Christian. Grand Rising to you too. Do you know Coco Christian? I don't, but we do now. Hi, Coco. Looking good. All right, got a little kitty cat. You know, I'm kind of partial to cats, even though I don't have one on my TikTok page. There's lots of cats. I like them, but they kind of tear up your plants, and I'm kind of partial to my plants, so yeah, I just have to like them from afar. That's how I do that. So anyway, thank you so very much for that. And it is almost time for us our next break. But before I do that, I just want to share with you the importance of the work that we not only do here, but there it is. This is Tony at the underground location where we feed the homeless, excuse me, unhoused every single week, twice a week sometimes, because we have been blessed with the opportunity of being homeless. So, unhoused, excuse me. So, we know what that feels like. And it is not a good
Yeah.
feeling. And anytime that we can make someone else's life a little bit better, that's what we do. No, that's not it. But I just wanted to share that. Yeah, and that was the stew. That was the what I made this week. Barbecue meatloaf. Ooh, it looks so good. Yes, and I'm learning to cook, y'all, in my old age. Oh, I could cook. I could boil water. I ain't never had to. Everybody in my family cook. I don't need to cook. Well, I need to cook. Just call me. As a matter of fact, I'm going by Vivian's when I get off the air sometime this late on the day. Give me some greens because I
Yes,
don't use that yet. Did you eat some of them greens, girl?
that's
You
like
ate
I
some of them
heard.
greens.
I sure enjoy.
I know you did. So thank you all for being a part of the show this morning. And if you like to contribute to the ministry that we do at the Higher Learning Network, feel free to make a donation. The information is right there on the screen. For Cash App is Zelda Speaks and the number two. For Higher Learning Network, NFP, that's for Venmo. And for Zelle, you got to email me, zeldaspeaks@gmail.com. And there it is right there. And for PayPal, higherlearningnw@yahoo.com. And with all that being said, if you can also remember that when you go grocery shopping, grab extra case of water, extra case of juice, or extra case of something, some snacks or something. And when you go, when you leave out for the day, have it with you. And spirit will tell you who you need to give that to. You don't need to worry about,
Mhm.
am I going to run into somebody that's hungry or unhoused? Because you're going to run into somebody that's hungry or unhoused. You just don't know it, because I have found out that there are people who go to work who look just like us, get them go to work every day and go home. Their home is on the street. So don't let this fool you, because that is not what this is about. Spirit tell you, you want a bite to eat, babe? Can I get you something to eat? Here go a sandwich. Here go a bottle of water. Let's give it to them. We don't judge them. We just feed them. That's what we do. And on that note, let me take our last break. You can also go to higherlearningnetwork.org and go forward from there. So thank you so much, Karen. Any closing comments you want to give us before you go?
Just to everyone, have hope. You know, the Bible teaches us hope deferred makes the heart sick, and my
All right
affirmation
now.
is hope, observation, perseverance, and educate yourself on whatever you do. Blessings to
Amen.
all.
Amen. Thank you, my sister. And hopefully you're not leaving until tonight, right?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
hopefully I'll get a chance to see
Tonight.
you before,
Yes.
yeah, tonight. So hopefully I'll get a chance to see you before you leave. Thank you so much. Love you, girl. And y'all stay close. We'll be right back.
Is Monday morning a struggle to get out of bed into the swing of things? Well, don't worry, you are not alone. Join us for thought provoking, stimulating, and mindful conversations on higher learning with Zelda Speaks for your Monday morning mindfulness sessions on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution, Mondays, 7 until 9 a.m. Be sure and send your ideas, thoughts, comments, and suggestions. Also, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, visit zeldaspeaks.com and send us your info. We'd love to have you. Experience mindfulness moments with the mindfulness/stress relief coach, Zelda Speaks. And thanks for sharing the mindfulness moment tip of the day. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned to your next session of mindfulness on Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. Make it a mindful day. And thanks for listening.
Latifah, and you're watching ZTV on the Higher Learning Network. Put your hand back.
And Grand Rising. Thank you for joining us back here on The Female Solution. I'm your host, Zelda Speaks, and I'm joined by our very own Courtney Rose from Safe Families for Children. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Courtney.
Thank
Yay!
you for having me. I'm always excited to be here and share about what Safe Families is doing and how people can get involved with it.
Absolutely. And because there's so much chaos and confusion that's going on in the world, especially what happened this weekend, this mass demonstration of no kings.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, what is the strategy? What's the plan? And Safe Families is part of the plan. So tell us all about it, Courtney.
Yeah, we believe at Safe Families that children in most situations do best when they are with their own parents. And so we have a movement of volunteers who say, hey, I want to keep kids out of foster care. I want to keep families out of the system. I want to wrap around families in organic ways to support them as units to help families stay intact as family units. We believe that children do best when they, in most situations, are raised by their own family. And so how do we support parents to parent their own children? We know that so many parents just need a village of people around them to help them be successful. And I think in situations like we're in today in this political climate, and we're seeing increasing scarcity of resources coming down, like the solution is humans helping humans. Like we're seeing that we can't necessarily always rely on these resources to be in place for us. So what we're doing at Safe Families for Children is mobilizing volunteers to step into these spaces of needed resource and empowering people to show up in their own communities in really tangible ways, specifically through relationships. And so we do that in a couple of different ways. The first way is that, and kind of like the biggest thing we do, is we actually have volunteers who would be open to opening up their homes and providing literally safe places for children to go in urgent crisis situations. So we have volunteers who are vetted, background checked, fingerprinted, doing all the things so that their home is a safe place for children to stay while their parents work through crisis or their parents stabilize. And so we, that's what's kind of like our bread and butter is this hosting aspect. But we also recognize like we should try to be avoiding having children be removed from their parents altogether. So what does it look like for us to wrap around families so that hosting isn't the first thing that we jump to, that we provide other solutions, you know, such as just strengthening parents through relationship. Maybe that looks like mentorship, like a volunteer's partnered with a parent and it's like a mentoring situation. Or perhaps it is like they're working on goals together, or, you know, maybe a mom or a parent is trying to get a job and they just need somebody to help hold them accountable. Like, let's work on a resume together. Or we've had parents who say like, you know, I'm getting in a little bit of trouble with the state because of the state of my home. Like maybe they have a hard time cleaning their house. Maybe they have mental health issues and they just need somebody to kind of hold them accountable and be checking in with them. And so we don't want those children removed. We just want their home to be a safe place. How do we help them have a safe place for their children? So we have family friends. Family friends also provide transportation for us. You know, if a parent is in the hospital, like, you know, this is a really frequent occurrence where a parent will have like a medical crisis, or a parent will need to give birth and we need to get those kids from the hospital to the home of a volunteer. We have volunteers who can drive those kids back and forth. And that is like a huge blessing and help to our organization and mobilizing volunteers to do what they need to do. So yeah, we are providing these services. We're providing the resource of relationship for people, and you know, recognizing that so many parents face crisis because they're in isolation. And especially right now, and like I think increasingly, we're going to be seeing that like as resources maybe diminish or there's more scarcity around resources, like tangible resources, we really have to step up and like make sure that our neighbors are not isolated, make sure that our parents in the community are not isolated, making sure that our children are not isolated, because isolation can beget like intense crisis for people. So how do we invest and engage with one another, wrap around each other, engage with relationship? And so that's what Safe Families is all about, is extending these relationships.
And relationships are crucial, because when you can't do something yourself and you need the assistance of someone else, and someone might say, well, what does that have to do with the No Kings protests and the strategy of what we're going to do next? Because if the family is not stable, the community is not stable.
Correct.
So we've got to get the family stable first. So thank you for being in the forefront of making this a possibility for the family, because as you said, there are emergencies every single day.
Yes. And we are seeing greater complexity in people's crisis and emergencies. We're seeing, you know, crisis is always crisis, right? It's always hard. It's not great. We don't want people to be in crisis. But we're seeing that it not only is it a mental health crisis, it's also a homeless crisis. It's also a domestic violence crisis. It's also just, you know, lack of food resources. Like all of these things compound and they make a crisis that a family or a community is facing like exponentially more difficult, and like teasing that apart to be like, what is really at the root cause? How can we really help you? And we at Safe Families really do believe in families, believe in strengthening families for the sake of the whole community. And this is how people have lived. Like historically, people have lived in villages with one another. We've lived in tight-knit communities where we watch out for one another. And that is just not the culture that we have anymore in places. And that is not good for us to be isolated. It is not good for us to be doing this alone. And I think we saw this weekend with No Kings, like people coming together and saying, like, you are not alone in what you're feeling or thinking or what you are experiencing. Like we are in this together. And so we need that, like, how beautiful to have so many people come out and say, like, I feel this way, you feel this way. We are feeling this thing together. And at Safe Families, that's what we're trying to do too, is say, like, you're not alone. We can create a critical mass of community to support one another.
And that is crucial. We support each other and stop the divisiveness, because we can get more done together than we can ever get done apart. And that's just a fact of life. And this great big protest demonstration is fine, but then what's the next step? Where do we go from here? So what's the plan? Do we meet up? Do we volunteer and meet up with people, places, and organizations that are doing the work? And if we don't know how to do it, we can join forces with someone who is, because this is a joining of forces, what you're seeing here in front of us. And I want to pull up the website too, and I keep pulling up the wrong one. So give it to me again, if you would.
It's safe-families.org.
Oh, that's why I keep messing up, because I'm not putting the dash in there.
Yeah.
Okay, Safe Families for Children. So let me pull that up. I didn't want to pull up the wrong one, so please tell me this is the right one.
Yes, correct.
Yes. I keep forgetting to put the dash in there.
Yeah.
Safe.families.org. So if you don't know where and who and how to become a member of something that's moving the community, to moving the families forward, this is your chance right here. Tell them what to do, Courtney.
Yeah. So if you see on the website there's a tab at the top that says get involved. And you can become a host family. You could become a family friend. You could, step in, and even if you're like, I'm not in a position where I could be working with people on the front lines, I could maybe be contributing. I could be providing resources. I could be donating money and, helping us in these tangible ways. There's a lot of different roles and ways that you can get involved with us. We do have an application that you can fill out. And then there is like an onboarding process, right? Like safety is very core to who we are as an organization. We want people who are going to be able to pass a background check to be able to work with children. But if you're in a position where you're like, oh, I don't think I could pass a background check, like maybe you made some decisions early in your life that are not reflective of who you are today, but they are in your history, I want to encourage you even to engage as a resource friend. It's not required for you to do a background check there, but you could stay up to date with us. You can get involved. You can, we can find ways to plug you in to the movement of Safe Families. And so we do, safety is important to us, but we also believe like engaging in the community is important. And so we want all these different people to be able to come alongside families in different ways, and realizing like, it's not a one-time thing. It's not a one-sided thing. These are relationships. Relationships are complex. And so I mean, this is a great way for you to jump into it. I tell people all the time, it's okay if the onboarding process takes you a little bit of time. Like, you're not going to be assigned a child tomorrow if you apply today. It's going to take some time for us to onboard you, because it's involved, and this is serious work we're doing. We take it seriously. But the community of people who do Safe Families for Children, who volunteer, the most beautiful community, the most intentional people, the most radically hospitable people, who are willing to be generous with their time and their energy and resources. And I would love to welcome you into that network and this community of volunteers who are doing this work. So yeah, head to our website and just apply and see. And even if you have questions, reach out. I'd love to see how could you be a part of it, or how could your church be a part of it? How could your sorority or fraternity be a part of this? How could your block be a part of this? Like, we generally are very centered around mobilizing people in the church to do this work, but you don't have to be a person of faith. Or you could be involved in a different spirituality outside of Christianity. We just use the church as a way to mobilize and resource people and make sure that people, our volunteers, are not serving out of isolation themselves. So would love for you to check out the website, or if you're like, hey, I think my community needs to hear about this, let me know. I would love to come and do a presentation for you. If you got a Rotary, if you got a women's group at your church, I'll be there. And, tell you the good news of how you can engage in your community in this way.
Safefamilies.org. And I'm trying to type this in here.
Yeah. safe-families.org.
O-R-G. And that's the right site right there? Oh, I didn't even spell family right. Lord have mercy. Families, L-I, I forgot the I.
Yeah, safefamilies.org or safe-families.org.
Yeah, there we go. I got it right. Safe-families.org. I got it. You can be a friend, you can be a family, you can be whatever you want to be. But right now, I want you to be on this line so you can call in if you got questions for Courtney at 727-731-5192. We're going to go and take our last commercial break. And if you are a family, if you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, and you have products or services that you would like to advertise on the show, we would love to have you here. All you have to do is contact naima.thefemalesolution@gmail.com, and we can have your show, your promo, or your show. We teach podcast training too. You can have either one right here on the Female Solution. Let's take our last break, and we'll be right back. If you're not growing your own food, do you really know what you're eating? As you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, there are my seedlings. And they're getting light. And they're growing. And this is my tower garden by Beautiful. And as you can see, the water's coming down right in there. And as soon as the other seedlings grow, they'll be able to get daily water too. So now I don't have to be concerned with the outdoor garden because I have an indoor garden. And the seedlings are growing. And this is the lights because there's no sun outside today. And thank you for joining us back here on the Female Solution on the Higher Learning TV show. We're going to go to the phone lines. I hear some voices. 727-731-5192. Hi, who's this? Who's calling? Grand Rising. You need to open your microphone. 312-882. You're live on the Female Solution. Who's this? And where are you calling from? Is that Minister Plump? We can barely hear you. Can you please turn your phone up? Can you hear him, Courtney? I can barely hear him. I know you can't hear him. Minister Plump, you're gonna have to hang up and call back again and make sure your volume is up because I can barely hear you. So I know the audience can't be able to hear you, okay? Barely. I barely hear you. So I know my audience can't hear you. So please hang up and call back, okay? Okay, but still hang up and call back because I can't hear you. I can barely hear you. So call back, please. Okay. Thank you much. Okay, so let's see if we can take some comments here. Naima Latif says, the executive producer says, thanks for providing a positive strategy for family support. Yes, we need family support because families are in chaos and confusion right now. And everything begins with the breath, as demonstrated earlier, at home. The whole family needs to be breathing together. We need to calm down because we're all in a chaotic state of mind because of what's going on outside of us. And outside of us is where we live. Okay, there he is again, but he is still very, very low. Okay, Minister Plump, let's try you again and see what happens. And I barely hear you, so I know they don't hear you. Maybe you can just type in your comments. How about that on our Facebook or YouTube channel? Can you do that, Minister Plump? Okay, I can barely hear you, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to disconnect this call because if I know I can't hear you, they can't hear you either. So maybe Naeem can call in and make it happen or something because it's not happening right here. Okay, so yeah, for providing a positive strategy for family support, that's what this is all about. In order to get control of what's being done out there, we've got to get control of what's going on inside first. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And like one of the biggest things that we hope to provide is prevention. There's so much power in prevention. You know, when Safe Families started, it was realizing that in order for people to really receive help, there needed to be cases of abuse and neglect made against their family. And that is crazy that that's the way our system is set up, that in order for us to step in, something bad has had to happen.
Wow.
So that's why we're in this space of prevention, in this positive space of like, it doesn't have to get to this point. Let's strengthen you beforehand. Let's step in before you get to a situation that is out of control or in such deep crisis that you do not feel like you're able to parent effectively. So yeah, that is the space that we try to be into, like a positive space, a preventative space, a strategy of wraparound support that engages the whole community in the work that you're doing, and expands outside of what you are doing by yourself. Like, let's bring people into this and help carry the load with you.
And carrying that load can be a burden. That's why you need someone with you. I think I have Naima on the line. Are you there, Naima? Yeah, you are, but you're low too. Everything's low. Can you try calling me on my phone? I don't know. It must be this phone because it's low too. Yeah, so try me on my cell phone. Okay, yeah, because this one's not working. And we do want to get your comments in, and we only have a couple of minutes left here. So until she calls me back, maybe Courtney, you can give us some closing thoughts.
Yeah, you know, we are feeling the need, the pressure, the pinching happening for families. They need more support. And we are we're really looking to expand and mobilize more people into this work. And we know that this is a big ask. We know, like, hey, it's a big thing to, invite people into your home, to provide childcare. And we know that so many people are doing this work already for their community. They're already watching their family members. They're already taking care of grandkids. They're already taking care of the kids down the street. But I'm asking you, in your own discernment, could you take in one more? Do you have capacity for one more? Can you set one more plate and feed one more kid? Can you walk along?
All righty, there she is, Naima Latif, executive producer of the Female Solution. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? I might need to put it on speakerphone. That might help, huh?
I'm not sure if you can hear me.
I can hear you loud and clear now. I had to put it on the speaker. Go ahead, Naima.
But, I did want to ask your guest.
She can hear you.
Is if there's any kind of phone number, emergency number, or anything that that families can call if they are in, some kind of distress. I know there are a lot of parents that are concerned, what would happen to their children if, they're forced to leave or arrested or something. If there's any kind of emergency number that's available.
Yeah, great question. If you
wanted to ask you about that.
Thank you. Okay, what's that number, Courtney?
So if you go to on the website there where it says Get Help at the very top of the page, there's
okay, there you go.
There. You can, there's two options. You can fill out an e-referral on the website, and you can put in the information for you, and someone will be in contact. Or if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, Zelda, there's a number. Keep scrolling. Yep, the phone number is 773-653-2200. That line is staffed 24/7, 365. You'll have the best results 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. We do encourage people to call. You can self-refer. If you work for a nonprofit agency, you can help a client refer with you. And here's the thing. The most important thing that people can know about our program is that parents maintain custody of their children while their children are in hosting. So custody is not removed from them. There's just consent forms that are signed. Okay. So that's a very important detail. And then also, if you were a person who was fearing, deportation or detainment or something like that, we can't move forward if we do not have your consent. So if you were in prison or if you were detained, we would need those forms signed ahead of time. But we do work with families where mom gets arrested and we're able to get access to her at the police station and sign those forms over. So that is a situation that occurs. But this is a thing that we are trying to explore more, especially with the presence of ICE in the city. Like, what does this look like?
Yes.
For these families. So if that was a situation that you were in, please call the number, please fill out the e-referral form, and we will work together to try to come up with solutions. And if we are not the solution, we will try to refer you to a different agency that might be a better fit or better solution for you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Courtney Rose of safe-families.org. And you can call this number and share it with everybody 773-653-2200. And you can always go on our blog, which is tumblr.com, Higher Learning TV Show, and you'll see the information there. And I will post that after the show. So Courtney Rose, thank you so very much for being a part of the show. And we always want to bring you back because you are what we need to help keep this world sane. If the family's safe, we're safe.
Thank you so much. Glad to be here this morning.
Thank you so much, and we will see you in the very near future, at least in the next quarter. And thank you all so much for being a part of this show today, this session of using a strategy of what we're going to do to make things happen, because it cannot happen if we don't make it happen. So thank you so very much for being a part of the show. We'll see you tomorrow, right back here, 7 a.m. with Sada, Gathering of the Griots, all things Black literary, baby. Don't miss it. You'll be pleasantly surprised, because girlfriend always got a surprise for you. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, stay tuned, and we'll see you back here then. Thanks for sharing, and thanks for caring.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, Dhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, Ngiyabonga. Senegal, Jaref. Kenya, Asante. Israel, Toda. Pakistan, Shukriya. Afghanistan, Tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, Shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.
Beautiful morning, oh what a beautiful day. I got a wonderful feeling, there's a handsome man coming my way. Oh, there is a handsome man coming my way. Hi there, what's your name?
Hi.
What's your name?
My name is Tony. And what I want you to do for me is, if you have Xfinity TV, tune in to the Higher Learning Network Tuesdays at 6 p.m., Wednesdays at 1 p.m., Xfinity TV channel 19. Peace out.